everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Today's game could end up being all about the defense as both teams rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed. The Titans are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Colts, who will need to find a way to move the football. So we can call it this Week 16 matchup. Let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Tonight, we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year, between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan ball club entering play. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Still on his feet. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and the Colts are going to have a first.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the comebacker. A good pickup there at 22. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
The Colts send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. On now is the Titans punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Fielded at the 43. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So the Colts in great position here as they get things started. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Third down now following the run.
Let's go. Green 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
Third down now following the completed pass. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They go play action here on first down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there. But no second-guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Uh-oh, Charles, now you get to talk about your old spot, the secondary. Very key here in this one.
You have to cut me off because, I'll talk about them all game long. Love to see those guys match up and challenge the best wide receivers.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. When the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now they try the right side here. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
And they'll go on the ground. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. They knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. One quarter down here on a frigid December night. 0-0 our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. We get a glance at the Colts defense as they work their way back on the field. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now and hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. 9 yards to go. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Back to throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
They'll set up to throw. Incomplete. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Really held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw. Surveying the field. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here we go. Green.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. A big play there for Andy. 44 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's fourth and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Titans now. Another pistol look here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Third down and 1.
Strong right, strong right. Here we go now. Detroit, Detroit.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. Finding time. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's got nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
.46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They run the counter now on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the 1st down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Now, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Back to throw again. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Green 39.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Titans' secondary has had trouble slowing down the passing game. The Colts have done great work in that area these last 2 games, and they'll just look to continue that in the 2nd half. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. About halfway through the 2nd quarter, they're going to come away with another sack here. This ends up as a loss of 7. Colts have it late in the 2nd. The pass complete out of the gun. And this great play will go for a 6, pushing the lead to 10. Staying late in the half. With plenty of pressure this half and another sack. This will go for a loss of 8. So that'll wrap it up for us here at the EA Sports Studio.